are a wondrous boy, then sing along with me. We are the Eagles on the road to victory. All for one for all, we'll answer to the call. We're the greatest team of all. Lord of wondrous forever. We will always stick together. We will always do our best to see it through for the good old road and blue.
G'day and welcome to Shredley at the Shedley. Shred at the Shed to be more precise. For starters, a big thank you to our sponsors BMD, ALPA, SLR, MBS, CFS Gear, DTA Contractors, Hardy Aviation, Sandrin Property Group, Silks Darwin, Air Raid Records, Lawrence Air, Pritchard Francis, City Tyre Service, Sea-Link Northern Territory, Elders Insurance Darwin, Bendigo Banks and Finlayson's Lawyers. And sending all love to volunteers that run the club. Big thank you, as always, from us. And round 11, let's review the last match. We played Palmerston Magpies on Saturday, 10th of December 2022, 7pm, TIO. Where would you rather be? We ended up getting up by 18 points, 62 to 44. Pretty good contest, goal for goal almost. And we had 3 more turnover goals on the stats front, and that was actually the only way we scored. So we could probably spread that out a little bit. And we had 1 less stoppage goal. On the contested side of things, we had a huge plus 29 tackle count, despite being fairly even the other sort of contested areas. So -1 clearances and -3 Kentucky possessions. So pretty good to get that many tackles. And on the uncontested front, we had 12 more uncontested marks. So we did have some good patches where we played our tempo footy and just hung on to it, which was really good. What do we have here? Individual stats. So we had Stevie Motlop with 25 touches, 9 handball receives. Braden McLean with 25 touches as well, 15 kicks at 87% efficiency, 10 handballs at 100%. He just doesn't make any mistakes with the footy. And 8 marks to go along with that. Bo O'Connell with 7 inside 50s, just pumping it in there. Kevin Smith-Thompson with 8 ground ball gets, not too far for him to get down on the ground. It's good stuff, Kevy. And Boise with 8 tackles, 11 contested possessions, 5 clearances. He wouldn't be happy with Kevy taking his ground ball stat off him. Brody Newman with 6 rebound 50s, 8 marks as well, 3 intercept marks as well. Jai Dobson with 4 spoils and 5 1%ers. Liam Patrick, 3 goals, the Lightning Bolt, 4 forward 50 marks and 3 score assists. So just lots of damage up forward. And myself with 2 Kentucky marks. Play of the day was this little thing that I didn't realise went under the radar. So started in round 9. So the play of the day was actually 3 plays of the day in this instance. So they were all snaps. So Stevie in the first quarter, a miraculous snap. Bo snap in the second quarter where he was sort of running towards the boundary and bending it the wrong way, but it just still went in. And Thomas with the same thing in the last quarter and kicked the sealer. So that was wicked. The next round we had Daniel Weecher just selling the candy and snapping from long range on the run. So very, very good play of the day there. And the last round was myself putting my hand up for the Soccer World Cup selection and getting it done off the deck while being tackled to seal the game. Pretty happy with that. The Intersport Game Changer Award, once again for round 11, goes to Tommy Boyce. Back to back. I think it's his 3rd award now. And on top of the other previously mentioned statistics, he had 20 touches, 6 ground ball gets and a goal. Pretty handy game there. Over to the other grades. For round 11, we had the under-18s play at 7:45 on the Friday. They played Palmerston Magpies at TO. They went down by 9 points, so played a pretty good game. I think Palmo top of the ladder in the under-18s or around there, so pretty good effort. Still searching for their first win, and then the next round they played Crocs at the next Friday. So I'm not sure why we don't line up with the under-18s. We had a bye, but they didn't in round 12, and they went down by 19. But I watched that game, and they were peppering away. It was probably about the same scoring shots, but just couldn't get it through the big sticks, which is pretty important. And in the twos for round 11, massive win, 43-point win against Palmo. Really terrific watching that, and gave us lots of confidence going in to our game. And the women's, really promising game as well, but went down by 9 points, still searching for the first win. Over to the ladder for the men's Premier League, A grade, Southern Districts Crocodiles on 38 points in first place, and in second we have the Waratah Warriors on 32, on 28 points St Mary's, following by Darwin Buffaloes in fourth on 22 points, and Palmo on 18 points. So they're your top five. But for our bottom four, there's an interesting race going on here. On 16 points, Nightcliff, Pint and Eagles in descending order of percentage. So the hunt for fifth spot is well and truly alive. Tiwi Bombers on 6 points. I think they got a draw in the last round. Our club legend for this week is Gilbert Clark. So he moved to Wanderers from a rival club. I'm not sure which one. And in his first season, he was made captain, which is, you don't really hear too much of that in the 52-53 season, where he made a big impact. He was a leading goal kicker for the club and the league. And in the NTFL rep side in 1949, he actually got another club leading goal kicker in the 54-55 season, where he tied with Bruce Potts. And he is the Wanderers Team of the Century forward pocket. And now the quote of the week is about preparing well. It's been almost a month since our last game, so the proof will be in the pudding if we've done that well enough. And this quote is from Archilochus, I believe that's how you pronounce it. So it goes, "We don't rise to the level of our expectation, but we fall to the level of our training." So, like I said, it'll show if we've been training hard, and I'm pretty excited for the next round, which we'll preview right now. So round 12, clearly we had a bye. So this brings us to round 13, the first match of 2023. We're playing the Nightcliff Tigers, 7th of January, at 7 p.m. TIO. That's where we love it. The previous result, we got up by 11 points against the Tigers, but it could have gone anyway. It was a really exciting game. And the under-18s have a bye, like I said before. The twos are playing on the Friday night at 7:30 p.m. at Nightcliff Oval. And the women's are playing at 2:30 on the Saturday versus Nightcliff at TO. So they're not right before us. I think that's because the Buffs and St Mary's game is right before us for A grade. So as always, thanks for listening, folks. And LGMM, let's go Muk Muks.